Why do some video poker experts quietly seek out jacks or better machines while most players completely ignore them? What do they know about specific variations that gives them a real edge? And more importantly, how can mastering this one game type dramatically improve your overall video poker success? Welcome. If we haven't met before, I'm Smak. In this channel, I break down video poker strategies to help you play smarter, lose less. Today, we're starting a complete new series of jacks or better at the 8-5 variation. The variation that smart players use as their foundation for video poker success. This is the same strategy that separates casual players from those who consistently come out ahead. Let's dive in with 1000. And we're off. So to start, we have a open-ended straight draw, 9-10 Jack Queen. Very good. So we're going to definitely stick with this and try to hit a straight. A straight is 5 cards in a row. Let's go ahead and hold those and hit draw. Unfortunately, we missed, but you know, we tried. We held the right thing. If you look over here, this is the pro trainer. The top one shows the best hand, which was the 9-10 Jack Queen. We did hold the correct hand. We always want to go through and try to hold the top hand because that's going to go through and simulate perfect play. The thing about jacks or better, it's low variance, which is awesome. It means you won't have huge swings like you will with other games. And this version, the 8-5, pays back 97.3%, which is very, very high. Of course, there's other variations, and you always want to go for the highest one you can. And how you know it's 8-5 is you look at full house and you see the 8, and you look at flush and you see the 5. Sometimes you'll find 8-6s, which is going to be very similar strategy here, and it does bring it up almost a percent point, so you do want to go for the highest numbers you can find. 8-5 is typically what's around most places. Let me know which ones are in your area. Here we're going to go through and hold. What are we going to do? Usually we want to go through and go for the gut shot, but we do have 2 suited. It's going to be very close, and they're hitting me with a tough hand right off the bat. And I think we're going to just hold the ace king. Am I going to get my second hand wrong already? I know usually you hold it when there's a queen gut shot, but I feel like since the ace king is suited, you don't. Let's see. Okay. Talked myself into making the right choice somehow. And ace king was 2.81 and the gut shot was 2.66. So we definitely made the right move there. If that wasn't suited, if that was a club, then we would have held all 4. Now this might get a little confusing at first. As we play, you will get much better at it. You may have seen my other jacks or better 9-6 variation. A lot of people said, you know, 9-6, it's hard to find those machines. That's why we're going to do 8-5 here. And we're just doing all hands, and we're just probably going to do 1 video a week. For how long? Good question. I'm going to play this series once a week until we get a royal flush. Pair of queens, we'll take it. And maybe we'll just hit it right now. Can you imagine that? And I could just end the video, right? Nope. Not that quick. A lot of diamonds here. 4 to a flush, always a strong hand. If it's not already winning, this is what you want to hold. No diamond there, but you can see here 5.1 versus 2.3. Definitely the right move. A pair is always strong in jacks or better. You're going to hear me say that a lot, and it's true. Anytime you have a pair, it's usually pretty good to hold it and try to go through and get 3 of a kind or a second pair. Here we're going to go with 3 high cards, but we're going to only hold the clubs. And the 8 doesn't reach because it's an 8. If it was a 9, we'd probably hold that, but since it's an 8, we won't. And we're going to try to get that royal. Nope. Now, just because it's low variance doesn't mean you're going to have some swings. You will. We're going to hold 2 high cards, 2 high cards is always a good idea. Jacks or higher, so it'd be jack, queen, king, or ace. We hit the pair, but not enough. The good thing about this game is you don't have to memorize everything to become a solid player. To become a solid player, you could just probably watch 1 or 2 videos and get the knack, and you're good. And then if you want to become an expert player, you'd have to watch some more. But you easily get a lot better just by watching some of these. And you'll notice too, because the right choices do make a difference. That 97.3 is only if you play correctly. That's how they get you. If you don't play correctly, that percentage drops. There we go. We got another 7. You can see here 4.0 holding the 7. Right move. The pair of 7s. Again, 3 high cards, but 2 are suited. So we're just going to hold the 2 suited and roll the dice. No. 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is an open-ended straight. We could hit either the 3 or the 8, and we can complete our straight. Because we have 2 cards to hit, it's a really good hand. And it is going to beat out the king. So here we're going to hold this and see if we can get one. We did not. You can see here 3.4 versus 2.3. So definitely the right choice here. King, jack, diamonds again. No hits there. We got 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. This is a terrible hand. Nothing worth holding. So this is called a complete redraw. And we still hit nothing. What I say earlier? A pair is strong. Let's hold the pair. And we got some 8s that made an appearance. So we definitely went up here and we had the right hand to start. Ace, king of diamonds again. 2 high cards. We don't want the 9, it doesn't fit. If it was a 10 of diamonds, we would hold it, but 9, it does not make the cutoff. And if you're thinking I'm some type of video poker master because I haven't got it wrong yet, you are incorrect. I am just like you. I play on this site, and it teaches me how to play. And we get some nice hands like that. If you're interested in playing this site, you could play this area completely free. If you want the Pro Trainer with the EV, the expected value on the side here, that is a membership cost. But you can play for free on here to practice. I do have a link below. I am an affiliate. It helps me out, so I do appreciate it. And it also gives you some good practice. It's not a gambling site, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. It's just play and educate. Here we got the aces. Ace king on this one. A pair strong. Stronger than jack queen offsuit. So we're going to hold the pair. Even stronger than jack queen suited. Got another pair, so that is 2 pair, which gives us 10 credits. Here we got a pair of 10s. We'll go through and hold those. And 4 to a flush. We'll definitely grab those. All right, 2 high cards, king, queen. Let's grab those. And we hit another king. We'll take it. Got a pair in here. We have 3 spades, but they're not close enough to consider, especially with a pair. So we're going to hold that pair. And hit one more. Let's go. So we're only 15 credits away from where we started. So even though we were going down real bad in the beginning, we're actually not far off. And we also didn't hit any big hands. Ace, queen, diamonds. 3 queens. We'll take it. We got 4, 4. Can we have some more? Yes, we can. Now we are doing that thing called winning. Pair of queens. Pair of sevens. Again, the right move here, 7.6. I need a date with an 8. Or 2 jacks, that works too. We'll take these 3s. Here it's going to be jack only, 1 high card. 3 to a flush is not strong enough, and a 4-5 of hearts, though nice, it's not long enough, even if you add the 6. And you can see here 2.36 for the jack. It did recommend, the next one was jack 9, and you might think it would have hit, but the 3 was the first card that came. That would have broke that up. Let's go with an ace. A lot of diamonds. Not enough, though. Can we get one more? There we go. We got a flush. All right, we're getting up there. We hit a full house. We hit a flush. I don't think we hit a straight yet. Now we have 3 high cards. So this scenario is a little different. They're all different suits. If it was Jack, Queen, King, we would hold them all. But since it's not Jack, Queen, King, we would just hold 2 of them. So here we would hold King, Jack, or Jack, King. Your choice, how you like to say it. And we did not hit. You can see here, Jack, King was the right move, 2.4, and then Ace, King was next. Ace, King were next to each other, which is nice, but Ace, there's nowhere to go after the Ace because Ace is on the top. So because of that, we want to bring it down a notch and go for the King, Jack. Interesting hand here, but I think it's just a pair of 10s. If this was a Jack of clubs, this would be a lot more of a choice. But since it's not, we're just going to hold the pair of 10s. Eights. There we go. 10s again. I always say how I don't like 10s because they rarely hit. Ace, Jack. They're suited, so that's why we're holding those. If they weren't suited, we would hold Jack, Queen. But because they are, Ace, Jack is our hand. And we hit another Jack. It will pop up and let us know if we make the incorrect move. And this might be our first true test. We have King, Queen suited, and we also have Jack 10. That is an open-ended straight draw. We could get a 9 or an ace. Or is it just a King, Queen? I feel like it's all 4. Because Jack, Queen, King is not a bad hand to hold if you have 3 high cards. Of course, you're splitting up the suit. This is tough. It's either Queen, King, or it's all 4. I'm going to go with all 4. Final answer. Locking it in. It was right by a lot. So I guess I'm a little rusty because I thought about it a lot. If it was a gut shot, I think it would be a lot closer. I was probably just off thinking of that. You don't get dealt this too many times. Let's see if we can get one more of the spade variety. Ah, we'll take it though. 44, show us some more. Do you know where that comes from? Another creator I watch. Let me know in the comments if you know who it is. I'll tell you later. King, Jack on this. 44, show us some more. Alright, since it came up again, I'll tell you. Jackpot Gents. They're great to watch if you're looking for some video poker inside that place. I tried to do that here, but Pennsylvania is so far behind that they won't let you film indoors no matter what, even if you are a YouTuber. KJ. Again, only hold 2 when there's 3 high cards unless it's Jack, Queen, King. Or suited. Here we got Queen, King. Yeah, I asked them and they said no, and I said why, and they couldn't really explain why. I was like, people have their phone at the place all the time. I mean, what's the difference? You're still stuck in the 80s. I know some places like Florida and Vegas allows it. I'm all the way over here on East Coast, Northeast. And we'll hold the Jack here. Jack, Queen. So since I couldn't do that, I was like, I'll do this. Aces. There we go. Speaking of these videos, if you would like a deeper dive, I do have members videos where I dive deeper into the strategy. They're an hour long each, and at the end I do a speed run to challenge how many I could do without making a mistake. If you want the extra training, check it out. The membership link is below, or you could just click join. Also gives you some cool emotes too. We're gonna hold the 10s. And we're gonna hold the 10s again. Can we win 10s twice in a row? Wow, that's amazing. 10s heard me. They're rising up. 3, 3, 3 equals 9. And we're gonna go through and try to get one more. Of the heart type. Negative. Look at this. Back to where we started. And if you are at one of those places, you have your card in and you're earning points. Of course, they are a lot less with games like this because the return is so high. But yeah, a lot of times you can leave even. Not all the time. 777? 7. Let's go. 4 7s, 4 of a kind. We hit a great milestone here, 125. Let's go. So we only have to hit the royal yet, and a straight flush, and the straight. Straight will happen eventually. I don't think we hit the straight, did we? I don't think so. The royal, though, we are doing this series until we hit it. How many videos do you think it'll take? Imagine I like get it on like my 3rd one. That'll be my first royal on this site. Ah, you knew which one to hold there, right? Always make sure you're holding both pair. Look on the table if it beeps. See what it's blinking. If it's jacks or better, or if it's 2 pair. That way you don't miss the 8s. Tans. And this is going to be a complete redraw. And we got our money back on that one, which is what we want to do because that was a bad dud hand and we can act like it never happened. And get a full house on the next hand. I really thought that was the 3 at first. I was like, I just predicted it. Yeah, it didn't work that way. Aces. And here we're going to do 2s. So I have released some other games on this channel. You could check them out. They haven't done as good as Jacks or Better, so what I've decided to do is have this long Jacks or Better series till we hit a royal flush. And I'll still do a video of another game. And I plan to do at least 2 videos a week. And, you know, maybe a members video or a 3rd video, depending how things go. Keep things interesting. People seem to like this, so we'll keep it going. There's a tough one. This might be our thumbnail. Let me mark it down as a candidate. 24 minutes and 39 seconds. Yes, I edit these down, so don't worry. You haven't been here that long. 3, 4, 5. Now, do we hold the straight flush or do we hold for the straight? This is a tough one. The straight flush, no gaps. Usually, I feel you hold for the straight though. I need to think. I think it's all 4. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Am I regretting this already? I'm thinking I might regret this. I'm just gonna hit the button. That was the right move. We just didn't hit. It's not as close as I thought. 3.4 for the 4 cards and 2.8 for the 3 cards. Wow. That's a good amount of difference. I really thought it was closer than that. What did you think on that one? Oh boy. Oh, okay. It's not as crazy as I thought. If this was 7 was a 9, my goodness. Right? Right. Yeah, so we do not have the straight flush because we would need the jack and the 9. We already have a winning hand. We don't want to break up a winning hand unless we have a really huge opportunity, and the 7 not being a 9 makes it not a good opportunity. So we're going to hold the queens here and see if we can improve. And we did. Interesting. We're gonna go 3 high cards. No, we're gonna go 2 high cards. Reason being, it's not jack, queen, king, and these 2 are suited, so we'll just ignore the king. Oh, you might just grab those queens and you'd miss the 5s. Pay attention to there. Let's see if we can fill this up. Nope. That sound is beautiful. Ugh, close. Can we get 2 pair again? Oh, wow. That was a 9. That would be real interesting. Still a good draw, though. I wonder... This is questionable. I think it's the royal flush, though. Especially since we're trying to hit a royal flush. Can you imagine if I hit it in the first video? That'd be crazy. I mean, it'd be like, okay, what do I do next? I think we're going to just hold 3. There is something to be said about holding all 4, but because it's the royal, I think it's a 3. If this 10 was a 9, I think we would hold all 4. But since it's not, we're going to hold these 3 and see if we can hit the royal. And we hit the flush. We ended up getting a 9. How crazy is that? Man, they are teasing this royal like crazy. Same type of hand. Why couldn't this be the 10? Ace, king, jack of hearts. And we are going for the royal. And we missed it. If we would have held the 9, we would have hit a flush. Now that's different. So you have perfect play, and then you have, I should say, the right move, and then you have what hits. I can't think of the terms at the moment, but basically we played perfectly, but we missed. If we would have played this way, we would have hit, even though it wasn't the right move. And that can happen sometimes. If you make a mistake, you can still get lucky. However, in the long run, when you play enough, this is going to always be the right choice, and it's going to give you the most credits. Sorry, my brain is just not cooperating. We're going to go high card, king of diamonds. We got the 10s here. Nice. Ace king. Aces. This is interesting. There is a straight draw on the board. So ace 2, 3, 4. So you can hit a 5. Or is it just the ace? This is a new part in my videos called the player's hand. This is where you comment what you would do. Would you go for the ace? Or would you go for the 5 on the straight draw? Now remember, if you go for the 5 on a straight draw, you can still also hit an ace and hit. Pause the video, put it down below, and here I'm going to go through and choose the ace. And that is correct, 2.3 versus 2.0. So if you chose the ace, you are correct. The reason you don't want to go for this is it's a gut shot, which means you can only hit one card on the straight, and it's a lot harder. When you can hit like both sides of the straight gets considerably stronger. But with the ace high, you cannot hit those. So we're going to hold 7s. Was looking nice, but we're going to go with the kings instead. Since they are already winning, no reason to break them up. Like I said, no reason to break them up. Where's their friends? Like I said, no reason to break them up. Hey, we got a friend. And some 5s. Let's go. Can we hit it? Can we get a pair of kings 4 hands in a row? Probably not. That would have been crazy, right? Here we do have a gut shot. It's a jack high gut shot. And I believe from my math, you hold queen high gut shots and you do not on jacks. But that could also be a different game. I'm not sure. But for this, I'm just going to hold the jack. I haven't got one wrong yet today, have I? Oh man, is that the right move? It's so close. We're playing 8-5. Straights are 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go with just the jack. All right, so let's see how close it was. 2.36 versus 2.02. Again, gut shots, not usually the thing you want to go for. Until it gets in the face card area, then there are some that you want to hold at times. You want to hold these aces and draw? No, 2 pair. These 3s are hiding on us. Let's see if we can fill it up. It is not a full house. We did not fill it up. 99. Oof. I love how they always start with the royal and then give you a pair at the end. That has nothing to do with the royal. Pair is strong. If you could only take one thing away from today, the thing you want to take away is a pair is strong, even if it's not jacks are better. That improves your game by so much. There's such a difference. And then like the next part of the thing is pretty much mastering the rest. Jack queen here. Four to a flush. Always a good idea to hold them. And let's draw. Let's go. Ooh, we're winners today. So far, so far. Deuces. Here we're gonna go king, 10, 9 of spades. We're gonna try to knock this straight flush off of our list here. So we're trying to get everything on here. Of course, the royal will probably be the last one. But we're gonna go for the straight flush here. We need jack, queen of spades. Think about it in your mind, manifest it, and boom. Nothing. That's all right. I blame it on you, though. You gotta try harder next time. Pair of sevens. Fours. Nope. Here we got a pair of sixes. Always stronger than a high card. Pair of fives. Always stronger than 2 high cards. Unless there's another pair. Interesting, a double gapper straight flush draw. That's close, but since there's 2 spaces, the 7 and the 9, I'm going to go with the jack instead. If there would only be 1, I think it would be this, but since there's 2, I think it's jacks. Here we go, 2.38 on the jack and 1.99 on the 3 to a straight flush. So you may have said 3 to a straight flush is awesome, but not when it's a double gap or when there's 2 cards missing in the middle. Once you get to 1 card missing or no cards missing, it really becomes a lot stronger. Let's go with the king only here. And we got another king. Thank you for joining us. King's been hot this game, or have they been hot? 5, 6, 7, 8. Since we hit the 9 or the 4, definitely stronger than the king. Maybe not that king. Ah, forgot kings are really hot. King, queen, suited. We're gonna see at least one more king. You know it, right? You know it. I know it. Let me show you. Or jacks. Ace, king, 2 high cards. We only got 1 above jack or better, so we're gonna hold the queen. Interesting, interesting. We got this going on, but we also got this going on. I do think it's all 4, especially since the 10 is kind of in the middle. If this would be a 10 of spades and a 9 of clubs, that would probably be a lot different because then we'd have the royal draw. But since we only have the straight flush draw, we're just going to hold all 4. And we missed. Close. So here we're at 4.0. And holding 3 to the straight flush was 3.3. So a lot of people find they hold way too many straight flush draws, and that is something that I see happen. And I also was going to say, even though this is perfect play and it does work over time, there are some situations I might have went for that. If this was my last credit in the machine, maybe I'm like, you know what, go big or go home. You know? It really depends, but then again, I might just be like, let's try to hit and keep going. You know, it really depends on what's going on. However, the best way to play is going to be the top, because the other stuff you're just leaving up the chance. Where this, you're leaving up to the law of averages. King, queen here, suited. We'd hold the jack if these weren't suited, but since they are suited, they take over. Two threes. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get the 3s. We got 6s here. Stronger than ace jack suited. Keep that in mind. A pair, always strong. 2 pair, even stronger. All right. Let's see if we get some more queens. Okay, we got our straight dealt to us. Unless we had a straight and I missed it, which we could have. But we got our straight dealt to us. Boom. We can take that off the board. So now the only things we need in this series are a straight flush and a royal flush. Easy to remember, thankfully. See if we can take another one off the board by the end. We'll do the 8s here. Jack, queen suited, very nice cards to hold. I feel they are the strongest suited 2-card hand you can have in this, so that's what you want to go through and hold when you can. And we almost got a flush, we almost got a straight going, we almost got everything, but we did hit the jacks, and we'll take that. 3.0, right move. King, queen here, 2 high cards. Jack here would have given us a straight. Really close. Here we'll hold the queen. Pair of 6s. 6s again. Can we get a 3rd 6 this time? Thank you. See, sometimes you just gotta ask for it politely. King, queen. Actually, hold on. Yeah, king, queen. You could consider king 10, and it might be more than a consideration than I think. Why king 10 is strong is because there's no other spades, so that makes king 10 stronger. There's no 9 blocking it, so that makes it stronger. However, king queen is pretty strong, and I think it's above it. But if the queen was not here, the king 10 would probably be the one to do. King 10 is the top of the range. You don't usually hold ace 10. It's just king 10 and down, depending. And then we got a king, a jack, and another jack. And you can see here, king queen was here, 2.4, and king 10 was 2.2. Strong hold for the king 10 if the queen wasn't available. Either way, the king, we would have probably had the same hand. Eights. Jacks. How big are we going to finish off today? I don't know. So far, we're up. 44. Show me some more. That's working. That's why I keep going with it. That's kind of one of my things. If I say something and it works, I keep saying it. If I say something that doesn't work, I stop. Superstitious much? Yeah. Kings. Nines. Here we'll go with the tens. Winning hand with the jacks. If the jack wasn't here, jack queen very strong, but they are, so we'll hold the jacks. And again, jacks. Two pair, 4s and 5s. Nice. This is our 130th hand. We'll do about, we'll say 5 more hands. So here we'll hold the 3s. After this, if I have a new video available, I'll put it at the end of the screen so you can go through and go to the next one in the playlist. I try to do that, make it nice and easy for you, so if you want to binge watch and learn as much as you can, you have it. Ooh, we're missing here. Missing big. Kangaroo straight, 4, 6, 8, 10. Hopping around. Go with the jack. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can end without hitting a hand. Yeah, we're gonna go until we hit at least a hand. There we go. The last hand we hit. There you go. That's jacks are better strategy. Here we do the over-the-shoulder strategy technique I'm learning with you. Did I just have a perfect video? I don't think I made any mistakes. If I did, please timestamp it because I don't remember, but I'm pretty impressed. So I hope you enjoyed this and I hope this helped. If you have any tips to share, please do leave them down below. And thank you so much for watching.